इतनी बड़ी जनसंख्या है, पहले उसको कम करो, नहीं तो कुछ नहीं होगा.
The Vijayadashami address by the RSS chief is one of the most important events of the organization, and it is through this address that he tries to put out the future plan and the vision for the country. RSS chief Mohan Bhagwat today flagged the need for a comprehensive population control policy which is applicable to all, and he also said that it was in the interest of everyone to keep an eye on the religious population imbalance. Well, has this statement stirred a hornet's nest? Let's find out. Bhagwat has been speaking about population control for quite some time, but this year's statement gains special significance because his speech comes close to the heels of his meeting with the Muslim intellectuals and his visit to the mosque. Former Chief Election Commissioner S.Y. Qureshi had authored a book titled Population Myth, Islam, Family Planning and Politics. When Mr. Qureshi recently met Mr. Bhagwat, he gifted this book to him. But looking at Bhagwat's speech today, it's very clear that he hasn't read Mr. Qureshi's book, because this book has enough empirical data to show that there is no population explosion amongst the Muslim community. So therefore, what is Bhagwat trying to do? Bhagwat is trying to sow seeds of hatred through this population control statement.
आज की तारीख में पूर्व तिमोर नाम का एक नया देश बना, दक्षिण सूडान नाम का नया देश बना, कोसोवो बना. जनसंख्या में पंथ संप्रदाय के प्रमाण में अंतर आने से नए देश बन गए, देश टूट गए.
Mr. Bhagwat almost sounds like an alarmist when in his speech he tries to give examples of how 75 years ago Pakistan was carved out of India because of the religious population imbalance. He doesn't stop there. He gives 21st century examples of nations like East Timor, Kosovo and South Sudan, telling the people that these nations were carved out of Indonesia, Serbia and Sudan because of the population religious imbalance. So Bhagwat very clearly says that because of the population religious imbalance, there could be changes in the geographical boundaries. Besides the differences in the birth rate, Bhagwat also goes on to say that forced conversions, lure, greed and infiltration are some of the few other factors because of which population control and population religious imbalance cannot be ignored. So what does the research and the National Family Health Survey data say? Let's take a look. According to the data by the Pew Research Center from 1992 to 2015, Muslim fertility rate declined from 4.4 to 2.6%. For Hindus, it went down from 3.3% to 2.1%. Apart from this, Pew Research also says that India's religious demography since 1947 has largely been stable. According to the National Family Health Survey 2022 released in May this year, fertility rate amongst Muslims has seen the sharpest decline to 2.3, whereas in 1992 and 1993, Muslims had a fertility rate of 4.4. Amongst the Hindus, total fertility rate has declined from 3.3 in 1992-93 to 1.94. In Christians, the TFR is 1.88%, Sikhs 1.61%, Jains 1.6%, and in Buddhist and New Buddhist communities, the TFR is 1.39%. In April this year, nominated Rajya Sabha member Rakesh Sinha tried to introduce a bill on population law, to which Health Minister Mansukh Mandavia said that better family planning and health facilities have ensured stabilization of population and that the total fertility rate has declined to 2%. So Rakesh Sinha had to withdraw this bill. Organizations like Population Foundation of India are closely working in collaboration with the government at the center and the state levels, and they have put out enough data and evidence to show that there is no population explosion amongst the Muslim community, and overall the population of India is declining. RSS has lost the argument as far as the population and the birth control numbers are concerned, and that's why Mr. Mohan Bhagwat is trying to create a new bogey. He's trying to create a fear psychosis amongst the Hindus. After Mohan Bhagwat's speech was over this morning, I tried to speak to a number of population control activists who said that India can never reach the levels of East Timor, Kosovo, or Sudan. In fact, these are wrong examples given by Mr. Bhagwat. So the big questions now, is Mr. Mohan Bhagwat trying to play a double game? On one hand, he tries to reach out to the Muslims, and on the other, he tries to create a fear psychosis amongst the Hindus. Doesn't Bhagwat sound unscientific because he doesn't seem to be believing in the empirical data? What he's trying to do, in fact, is to make a fool of all the people and create an emotional bogey because it will suit them electorally and politically. Is Bhagwat trying to put pressure on the government on bringing in a population law? Well, I spoke to a few experts who said that no amount of coercion will work. And if at all they introduce a law, it will have the similar backlash of what we saw during the emergency years. Why doesn't Bhagwat talk about family planning measures, making them more accessible across the communities? Well, his game plan is very clear. He wants to reap electoral dividends. So finally, will you not dismiss Mr. Mohan Bhagwat's statement as a hypocrisy put on to create a sentimental wedge between the Hindus and the Muslims? Send us your feedback. Stay tuned to Deccan Herald. Thanks for watching.